Welcome to Distorted Realities. Here are your hosts, Jay Rock and Frank Walls. Remember, discuss the unknown and discover your truths.
Welcome to Distorted Realities. My name is Jay Rock, and alongside me to my right is none other than Mr. Frank the Tank Walls.
What up, guys? I'm here with the man, the legend, Mr. J Rock.
It's funny because I'm doing this and I see a cowboy hat on the Facebook prompt that you have on your channel. So, welcome, episode 4, season 2.
Yeah, we're in the second season. That's astonishing.
Yeah, I remember I predicted season 12 not too long ago.
Right.
So this is going to be a short episode for the week. Just a quick update. Next week we will not have a show. We need to take a little break to spend time with our loved ones and take care of some personal issues that we have to address.
Yes.
But nonetheless, the following week after that, we're going to have something special, especially for someone who's the number one fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, we're going to go on a mission to Mars.
That's great.
With a Z at the end.
The C.
With a Z. Mars. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. 2 weeks. So this weekend coming up, we're not going to have a show. But the following weekend, we will.
We will.
So with that being said, we have a fun-filled episode.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Even though it's short. And for the creepy stuff, we're taking a whole different approach. We're going to make it a conversation piece on something that's currently been trending with respects to aliens and
oh yeah.
So I'm excited. Me too. But before we begin, the person that you saw, his name is Sebastian. He's our fan of the week, but we'll announce that in a few, properly. But he is amazing. He's only 4 years old and
he's very smart.
He's very intelligent, and he was just like Distorted Realities. I said, that'd be great to have him start off the show because he's a fan of the show. Right. So kudos to Sebastian. Much love. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go to Mr. Reaper.
Mr. Reaper.
Yeah, Mr. Reaper.
Let's see what he got.
Hello, this is Mr. Reaper here. Check out the merch at the Distorted Realities Printify page. You can see the link below. And if you go to TikTok, you can also see a store there. I highly advise that you look at the merch. Consider purchase something. I'll see you soon.
All right, so for those of you who are interested, you already know the drill. You can go to Printify, and let me see if I could find the Printify page. Where are you? There you go. All right, so https://distorted-realities-shop.printify.me/products for all your Distorted Reality merch. Frank is going to spin that in Telemundo Español.
Yes, in Spanish, para la gente que habla español y nos escucha. Gracias por el apoyo siempre. Se les saluda. Bienvenidos a Distorted Reality. Saben que la mercancía de nosotros la pueden conseguir en https:// Realities Shop Printify .me. Ok, entonces ahí están todas. Puede conseguir las tazas como esta, camiseta, gorra, tenemos café, de todo un poco tenemos ahí, así que le va a gustar. Hasta medias tenemos, calcetines, como ustedes le dicen.
So that's that. Again, a lot of this goes towards better equipment, better products, and we just do it for growing the channel and making sure that things are running smooth. And for those of you who have a TikTok page, if you go to the Distorted Realities channel, you could always go to the Distorted Realities shop. A little more delayed there in terms of the product line, only because there is I have to recreate everything twice. I can't just transfer it over.
But there's free shipping on the TikTok store.
Yeah.
So you got free shipping over there.
All right. And that's enough of that. So how was your week, Frank?
Very, very how do you call that? Intense. Yeah. This Halloween was crazy. Yeah. My son broke his collarbone.
Wow.
So Aiden, Shout out to you.
Yes,
you're a
Aiden,
strong kid.
You're the man, bro.
I love you. Your father love you. You know what I mean? And you're strong. You're strong. Keep holding there. We're gonna take him to the doctor tomorrow because you cannot put a cast
Right, on a collarbone.
on a collarbone. But hey, he's a trooper. He's doing great.
If he's every bit as tough as Frank Walls, then that means that he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think it's his first injury. So
speedy recovery, kid, and I know you're gonna be great. All right, so let's move on to the favorite part. Fan of the week.
Fan of the week, yeah.
So fan of the week is none other. Where are you?
Dan.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There we
He is
go.
a great kid.
An amazing kid. Not great, an amazing kid. And notice he gets an exclusive comic book cover because
Nice.
that's what we do. Sebastian, you are awesome. Thank you for the love and support.
Shout out to Sebastian.
And for shouting us out this in the video and on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right? We posted up a TikTok video of him saying like and subscribe. So make sure you like and subscribe. So for those of you who are fans of wait, let me do this again. For those of you who are fans of distorted realities, if you're into the mysterious, the cryptids, the aliens, the ghosts, paranormal, and all things like and subscribe on YouTube. All right.
Subscribe, like, and share. Share. That's very
Make sure
important too.
And if you see the bell notification icon, make sure you click on that as well so you can get notified for upcoming events and news.
Share the content. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're in good shape. Let's see. Yeah, we're cooking. So sorry, we were just looking at the YouTube screen on another screen to make sure that the video is flowing.
Yeah.
So you want to say that in Spanish?
Ese muchachito que enseñamos ahí era el fanático de la semana. Y su nombre es Sebastián. Muy inteligente, tremendo. Él nos hizo un video de promoción en TikTok ahorita, donde dijo denle like y suscríbanse. Tremendo muchacho, lo que tiene son 4 añitos, 5 años.
4 añitos.
4 añitos, y tremendo. De verdad que sí. Y nada, sí, si quieren participar de ser el fan of the week, pueden llamar, comunicarse, participar. El número siempre está en pantalla. Lo tenemos por ahí. Ya mismo lo ponemos en pantalla el número donde pueden llamar y participar. En inglés o en español, no importa. Aquí traducimos lo que sea. Si tienen alguna historia paranormal, alguna situación que le haya pasado, algún tema que le gustaría que nosotros discutamos o toquemos, pues en confianza pueden llamar.
All right. So he jumped ahead, but if you have a story you want to tell and you want to keep it anonymous, or you just want to give us a shout out, you can shoot us an email at contact@thedistortedrealities.com. Contact@thedistortedrealities.com. Let me do that again, but this time I'm going to look at my camera.
There you go.
If you're interested in telling your story anonymously, shoot us an email at contact@thedistortedrealities.com. Again, contact@thedistortedrealities.com. We'll turn it into an AI video and share it with the world. We'll keep it anonymous. All right. So, let's do. And the phone lines are open. So if you want to call in, just give us a shout out, tell us a story, or just participate in the discussion for the creepy stuff or the aliens or the cryptids or anything of that sort, you can dial 904-803-7327, 904-803-7327. If you don't have to speak your name if you don't want, you can keep it anonymously. And we could just share ideas, share thoughts, and talks about all these kind of amazing things that we share in our show.
Yeah, and also I'm going to say in Spanish, you can always go to 904-803-7327, 904-803-7327. Ese es el número para llamarlo. Vuelvo y lo repito en español, 904-803-7327. El número para participar. Pueden llamar, contarnos su historia y le damos una mercancía gratis, lo que ustedes quieran.
There you have it, folks. So the lines are open. So now, with that being said, let's see if I missed anything. It's time. It's time.
It's time for
It's time for Mr. Valentine.
Mr. Valentine with the 5 freakishly
It always gets you, right?
facts. Did I say
5 freakishly frightening facts.
5 freakishly. I cannot say that. I cannot say that.
All right, so guys, let's turn it over to Mr.
Greetings and salutations, friends. I'm Mr. Valentine. Welcome back to Mr. Valentine's 5 freakishly frightening facts. Hope you guys had a safe Halloween. Let's begin. Fact number 1. Polar bears are the only bear species to actively hunt humans. Good luck if one finds you. Fact number 2. If you get a blood transfusion with the wrong blood, one of the symptoms is a sense of impending doom. Kinda creepy. Fact number 3. The most common place to find an unalive body is in the bathroom. I knew there was something in that toilet. Fact number 4. Homicide archivist known as Thomas Hargrove estimates that there are 2,000 serial unalivers still out there. Ugh. And finally, fact number 5. In the Bible, Adam lived up to 930 years old. Where's that in us? Well, that's all for me, folks. J-Rock and Frank Walls, take it away. Until then, Mr. Valentine, signing out.
Man. I feel like I caught you off guard doing something you wasn't supposed to do. But yeah, you saw that?
This is very interesting. This guy is getting better and better and better. I don't know. He was born for this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
Where do you get this guy?
Remove him from my lineup.
Where do you get this guy? Where do you
give him his own show?
Who was the one that cast him? Because he went to a casting and everything for this.
Yeah.
It's not like you cannot just pop up and be in the Story Realities, guys. It's a process. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so I want to tell you, he's come a long way. He's doing better, and every time he just gets better and better and better. To the point where in the next couple of weeks, he's going to be part of the show. He's going to be the third person that's going to sit on the regular for specific discussion pieces. So welcome aboard, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
He's good. He's good.
So yeah,
I got Edwin Ibanez in the chat says sending a lot of love and fast recovery for your son. Thank you, sir. I got a Coralis Otero. Hope your son gets well soon. Thank you, Coralis. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Thank you. So we got Yvette. A speedy recovery to your son. Sending prayers. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you, Yvette. And then we have Noel Castro. What's going on, Noel?
Yeah, Noelito.
Carmen Torres.
Jump to YouTube, guys, para que vean el programa completo. Vayan a YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you could go to YouTube or Twitch. Either one would be fine. But I have something cool. Like we have, you know how we get love and we give out love and support, and you give us love and support. But we got fans that give us stuff.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So Yvette de Ibanez gave us a couple of things, right? So I just want to share it because this is going to get put in our background. So we have the nun, right? Little pop here. It almost looks like it's stitched out or like crocheted, but it's awesome.
Right.
We got a book called Fright Favorites, which just talks about movies and horror stuff. Some of the classics, right? Like Nightmare on Elm Street, The Fly, The Shining. Wow, they got some pretty good ones here.
Yeah.
Right? My favorite, Wolfman and Frankenstein. Of course, that's who I identify as. And then we got a cup of it. Or Georgie. Right? But thank you so much, Yvette. We appreciate the love and support, and we appreciate you giving us this. And this will be part of our backdrop when we do our audio cast, which we're going to start doing soon after episode 6.
Nice.
So with that being said, I think it's time for us to go.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
We
have to start going into the realm of cryptids.
I got somebody in the chat says, Yvette, can't wait for more of Mr. Valentine. Wow.
What about us?
People already
What
claiming
am I,
it.
chopped
Right?
liver? Am I chopped liver?
Wow.
I mean, the guy's a hit. What can I say, right? But yeah, so let's go into cryptid discoveries.
Let's go.
So
Without further ado, cryptid discoveries.
all right, so here's the first one. So we're going to Australia.
With the bunjip.
Bunyip.
Bunyip.
Crike.
Wow.
Yeah, Australia. So
Australia.
So this was a very interesting cryptid, right? And the reason why I found it interesting because it looks like it was an amalgamation of different animals, right?
You sure it's not a
And-
kangaroo?
Yeah, I thought it was a marsupial baby or something like that, but it's not. This is like really basically it's a creature that is found in watering holes and lakes and ponds in Australia. And it was originally sighted in 1818. As I mentioned before, it's an amalgamation of different animals. And apparently there's some association with the Wemba tribe in Australia. So
That's
I
like the Aborigines
Aborigines,
tribe.
the Aboriginal tribes of Australia. So it was really hard to come up with like how to envision this because they said it had tusk, it had a dog-like face, it had the body of an otter or a hippo. It depends on where you find your sources. So this is the best I can come up with. I thought it looks pretty accurate.
Yeah, it looks the picture that I have here from 1990. Wow. I mean 1890.
Yeah.
That's the old picture.
It kind of describes it.
Yeah, it looks like you did a great job there. The IT team. I always shout out the IT team that we have here. It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, he's J-Rug is one of the leads on the team, and we really wanna give thanks because they make all this possible. Really.
All for the people, right?
Yeah.
We're here to entertain. So, yeah, what is there to say about this particular species? Well, the outback, Australia, is not as populated
Yeah.
as other countries, right?
They still Indian tribes like
Yeah,
Aborigines.
you still have Aboriginal tribes, and you have different people
Mhm.
out there that still operate in the antiquity of life, right? Like
Australia is huge.
it's a beautiful
It's a big country.
beautiful continent, beautiful country. I think that there's a plausible case for saying that there is a species of animal that has yet to be discovered. And here's why I say that.
Mhm.
There is a special tiger in Australia that's considered a cryptid, but has been spotted and is no longer a cryptid. The Tasmanian tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the thylacine.
They thought it was extinct.
extinct. It's called the thylacine. That's the proper term.
Yeah.
But basically, it's a possibility that there could be another species of creature or animal that resembles this specific animal or monstrosity that we call the bunyip. I'm curious as to where the name comes from.
Right?
Do you have any information on that?
On the bunjip, let me check my research. I did a big research. I was days I couldn't sleep just looking information about this creature. Really hard to find, but this is what I came with.
Okay.
It says the bunjip is a creature from the Aboriginal mythology of southwestern Australia. They to lurk in swamps, billabongs, creeks, riverbeds, and water holes. The origin of the word bunjip has been traced to the Wemba or Wergaya language of the Aboriginal people of Victoria in southeastern Australia. The word bunjip is usually translated by Aboriginals Australians today as devil or evil spirit. This contemporary translation may not accurately represent the role of the bunjip in pre-contact, but in the Aboriginal mythology or its possible origins before written accounts were made, some modern sources allude to linguistic connections between the bunjip and Bunjil, a mythic great man who made the mountains, river, men, and all the animals.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting. So, all in all, is it believable to some extent? I think that there could be a species of an extinct species that perhaps has yet to be discovered or was left to be not, extinct, but roamed in the quietness in the wilderness and was left untouched and was able to.
I think it could be possible because Australia is so big and they got so many weird animals there. Like they got the koalas. Have you seen a koala?
Yeah.
They're kind of like weird. And the kangaroo, bro, it's like that's crazy.
It is, and they have the most interesting set of species.
Do they have the Tasmanian devil too, right?
No, they do actually have a Tasmanian devil, and it's a very it almost looks like a wombat.
Okay.
Cute little creatures, but they're destructive.
Okay.
That's where the Tasmanian devil comes from. From Looney Tunes, it comes from that actual species.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
wow,
right.
you auditioned for them?
He was my favorite.
Did you audition?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think all in all, I think it's great. I think that I kind of feel confident in knowing that I nailed the description with the AI.
Yeah, you did great.
And yeah, not much to say outside of it. There are reports of tribes being attacked and individuals seeing them, spotting this creature in Australia. So
It says going back to the name that where you came from and all that. It said that the word banjip first appeared in the Sydney Gazette in 1812. It was used by James Ives to describe a large black animal like a seal with a terrible voice, which creature terror among the blacks.
oh, look at that.
Wow.
So with that, I think we're pretty good in terms of nailing it and describing it. And I guess the question becomes: is this a pass or?
I'll think it's possible. Why not?
Okay, all right. So we got two green checks for this one. So yeah,
I approve it.
Frank Walls approved. Legendary cryptid, no, but cryptid, yes.
Cryptid, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So without further ado, we're gonna go straight into the Bunyip AI video.
Yep.
The Bunyip. The legend of the Bunyip has originated in Australia, and it was first sighted in 1818. It is described as a creature that resembles various animals combined. This creature has been spotted in watering holes, lakes, ponds, and rivers. There is a rumor that the Wemba tribe fears this creature and avoids spaces filled with water at night. The Bunyip is considered aggressive, and reports of this creature chasing after him has been documented. Steer clear of the watering holes in Australia, as you may be the Bunyip's next victim.
Wow, Australia has its fair share of anomalies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good. We got to explore more.
You know,
Of Australia.
I was saying a video from Australia, and they have a lot of species, like, and there are a lot of poisonous snakes, spiders. It's dangerous.
Yeah,
It's
and you know what makes it interesting? That the only place in the world where you have marsupials.
Mm-hmm.
These are creatures that have a pouch, for holding and I guess baby, fathering or mothering a child.
Doesn't the koala have one too?
Yeah, most of them do. That's kind of like one of the characteristics of being a marsupial.
Wow.
So a very interesting place. I think we got to find more of these and really hit it out there. But now we're going to travel.
Where are we going?
We're going to Korea.
Korea?
Yeah, Korea.
South, north or south?
I don't know, but I would like to think that the better of the two halves. But I think either way, this cryptid is amazing.
Let's see.
And there it goes.
Wow.
Look at that. Look
Wow.
at that. The
Nice.
mimic tiger. Right? So the mimic tiger is a Korean legend. This is akin to like I don't know. You ever seen The Ring in all those movies?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like Sadako, right? Like that kind of stuff. But this is actually not old.
No,
No, this is
like
this,
a new cryptid.
Yeah, this started coming out in 1990. I don't know if in the 90s there was such a thing as a creepy pasta, but no matter how you slice it, I think this one was very interesting because it was reported. I believe it was in Mount Jang,
Wow.
in the forest of Mount Jang in Korea.
Maybe it
And
was discovered in the 90s, but they were there before. Maybe.
so this one, they say that it's either a male or a female, dressed in white, and basically when you're in the woods, what happens is that it starts singing and dancing to lure you in,
Wow.
and then it turns into a tiger and eats you.
Remember that movie? It was an old movie that the people had like a cat face.
Sleepwalker, Stephen King.
It was that one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was a great movie, actually.
Sleepwalker?
Sleepwalkers. Yeah, look it up. It was great.
I remember seeing that on HBO a long time ago.
Yeah.
Let me see. Wow, that was scary. That was
It was really good. It was really good. You also had a movie before that called Cat People. And then you had some of the like cat movies, like you had the Broadway show Cats. Then you had The Island of Dr. Moreau.
That was a great
That was
movie.
classic
That was
right
a
there,
great
right? So
movie.
you had a lot of cool cat themed things. And of course you had the stuff that I grew up on, the Thundercats, right?
Thundercats. Wow.
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.
They
And
never
everything.
made a movie, man. They should have made a
No,
movie.
I think it's better. Some things are better left untouched.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. It's I think that back then it was about substance. Today it's about eye candy. It'll make for good eye candy, but I don't think it'll make for
Yeah.
great storytelling.
Come
Right.
on. Well, they deserve a movie.
Listen, you could disagree with me. I'm just telling you.
No. I know what you're saying.
You
Because
know,
sometimes they do a movie and they ruin it. They ruin it.
Yeah.
They're not like us that we can make jackpot trailers and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no, they're
and
not gonna be
they're
as good as we are. You know what I mean? But I mean, we could shoot at things that don't appear on the screen, and we make it look good.
Exactly.
But yeah, so this thing is an anomaly. That's how I'm putting it. I don't know if it's a spirit or if it's an actual animal, or if it's a skinwalker in Korea. You know what I'm saying? Like I just put a couple of things into thought.
Could be a Korean
And-
skinwalker.
A Korean skinwalker, right?
Could be.
So this could be their version of it, and I just love it. To be honest with you, there's something about Asian culture and how they present. When I say Asian, I'm just broad stroke, right? Korea, China, Japan, and all those beautiful countries, right? They always like really encapsulate this imagery of what a ghost is, of what
they do it different.
Yeah,
right? It's like more mythical, more,
and it's like artistry.
It
right?
even is scarier too. Like if that movie The Ring, when that movie came out, that was more like Asian, right? Like
yeah.
And it was like a whole different horror, completely different. The approach they took and everything.
Yeah, and a lot of it is tied to like the human spirit, right? Like, oh, this is an attack on you. It's not attacking on your psyche. It's attack on the spiritual you because you lack something.
Yeah.
You're either gonna learn a lesson or you're gonna lose your soul. That's kind of like the way I perceive it when they have those discussions about the ghost. They call them the Oni in Japan.
Oni, yeah.
Right? So, and they're all different faces and different shapes, and they all represent something, right? Some event or some experience or something that you need to learn in order to overcome.
What was that movie that had like a little boy? It was like a Japanese one.
Ju-on.
Ju-on, right?
Yeah.
That was scary too.
So yeah, so I love this one. What do we have on the Mimic Tiger?
On the Mimic Tiger, this is what I found. On the Mimic Tiger, it says that
not much because it's recent. I'm pretty sure.
Well, according to my research that I did, I couldn't sleep looking for this research. It was hard. I had to make a lot of contacts. I got a friend that I have over there in Korea, and a good friend. He's
Does he like do K-pop?
Probably.
Because I know that you wanted to be a dancer at one point.
I was in a group called the Latin Dancers. So Daniela Arroyo was with me there too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we used to travel. I was in Puerto Rico. We used to do imitate the Backstreet Boy dance and
Oh, so you was a part of a boy band.
yeah, also the Britney Spears. The girls would do the Britney Spears part, and we'll be like the dancers and
Doing
stuff
the
like that.
background dancers.
Yeah, like yeah, it was fun. It was fun, you know. You know what I did, you know. But hey. Anyway, so this is what I have on the mimic tiger. Shout out to my friend in Korea, and the mimic tiger says it's a white tiger like cryptid that has been reported around the South Korean city of Busan, which has the ability to mimic human voices. Oh. And other sounds. It is said to live on Mount Jang. Unlike most ghost legends, this is a modern urban legend. It can essentially be viewed as the Korean counterpart of the Slender Man. There is also speculations that it may have been one of the beasts encountered during the appearance of monsters during the reign of the King Jung-dong. It is being speculated that the urban legend was started with the fear following tiger sightings in the Gyeongsang area in 1992. Wow. It says it is supposed to resemble a mix between a white tiger and a bear. It is usually portrayed with long human-like hair on top of crimson skin. It has orange stripes on its face. It also commonly portrayed with curved bird-like claws in its feet with crimson orange hue to them. This says the abilities. The mimic tiger is able to mimic voices and various other noises from nature. It uses this ability to lure humans toward it to capture and eat them. Wow. And he said once a human is successfully possessed by a mimic tiger, they will regard the tiger as a human. When not actively mimic humans, it is said to emit a screech like nails on a chalkboard. It is
annoying.
It is most likely also very powerful and agile. It's also able to traverse through mountainous regions.
Wow. So
Scary.
This mimic tiger is the business.
If you go to the woods in Korea, you better carry a shotgun with slugs. That way you can shoot that thing.
Yeah. So I think that this mimic tiger makes for a great urban legend. I think it's more tied to tiger sightings. I think a lot of this, it's what happens, right? You spot something and you create a reference, or you grandize it. You make it a lot more spectacular than what it should be, because in those kind of countries, the woods and the villages and the towns are like hand in hand.
Yeah.
There's no real separation, right?
No.
So I've seen videos where a person is walking down the street and a Bengal tiger just grabs the guy and just goodbye.
I've seen those.
And it's just funny because it's not funny that it happens. It's funny how it happens, right? Guy's coming out of his car and the thing just literally grabs him from the back and just rolls right out like nothing happened. And everybody's just staring like, well, he's gone, right?
So the guy was in a scooter and that thing like jumped. I was like, and grab him. I was like, damn. It's dangerous.
Yeah, so I think this is one of those things where it's just the aggrandizement of a creature that's already existent. In terms of the AI, I really took the liberty of like really romanticizing it, because I think this is what people expect, right? To see when they're in the woods, right?
Yeah.
So without further ado, I think it's not a pass for me.
No?
I believe that it's probably a tiger. I don't think it's a person who could transform into one.
You know what I think it is? What you said earlier. I think it's like for what I read and what you said,
Korean skinwalker?
yeah, definitely. Because what a skinwalker does, they call people, right? They kind of lure people, like calling them and stuff like that. They try to mimic human shape or forms, and then they change when the people getting closer, they change or whatever. So it kind of like it could be like a Korean skinwalker.
All right, so we're meeting halfway on this one, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is the mimic tiger.
The mimic tiger. This Korean legendary species was originally spotted in 1992 in a location known as Mount Jang. The creature is described as either a half-man or half-white Bengal tiger, if not a slender female version of it. Whenever there's singing heard at night, the villagers of Mount Jang say it's the mimic tiger. The legend states that when spotted, the mimic tiger takes shape of a beautiful human that sings and dances in order to lure their potential victims. It then takes the form of the tiger and eats its victim. The reason for this cryptid's existence is unknown.
Dead or alive. All right, so folks, that concludes our cryptid segment. Yes. Yeah, we're unmuted. We're good to go. We're recording, and we caught you singing.
Perfect.
Another Bon Jovi classic,
Yeah,
made famous by Frank Walls.
I'm a Bon Jovi fan. I have to say it. You know, I grew up with the '80s rock. You know, I'm an '80s guy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
did Starlight Riot.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Starlight. Starlight.
That's
Riot.
the greatest rocker to me, bro.
Yeah, Starlight Riot.
But yeah, I think it's time for us to move over to our next segment, which is In Search of Aliens.
Vamos para allá, vamos.
But who would he be if we didn't give him a nice trailer to have fun with?
Yeah.
So this is one of our new parody trailers. And before we continue, enjoy.
We have a new movie.
From Hollywood Pictures Home Video Entertainment, a movie dedicated to the nerds out there who play Dungeons and Dragons. Here comes the story of a boy named Ricky, who's tired of waving his wizard's wand and now is in search for love. Check out Ricky Coogan's Wild Summer on VHS, as it's sure to rock your socks off.
I don't know, but isn't Ricky so dreamy all of a sudden?
Watch as Ricky annihilates and conquers the ladies that surround him and becomes the man he is meant to be.
Oh, Ricky, you're such a tiger.
So watch Ricky Coogan on VHS. It's sure to blow your mind.
I love you, Ricky.
All right, Ricky Coogan's Wild Summer.
I want to see that movie.
Yeah, but I don't know. So by the way, this was a last minute add-on. There is a typo again. We gotta stop doing last minute stuff, but it's fun. It's always fun to do, and I enjoy the trailers, right?
Ricky Coogan.
Yeah, Ricky Coogan. So anything on YouTube?
We got Corrales Otero with Just a Sleepwalker is great. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. So let's start, because these aliens kick ass, literally.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
Are they part of the Matra race?
Yes, they are.
Oh, so they're the bad guys.
Well, one of them is.
Oh, okay.
And we'll start off with it. X5.
X5.
The
Taikut?
X5 Taikut.
Taikut. Wow.
Yeah, so what do we know about them? They're a cybernetic being. They were created by the race Matra. And for those of you who don't know, this is about a war between the Council of Five, which is the good guys, versus the Matra, which is a bad species of aliens. And they're all fighting to protect Earth, and the other one is fighting to take over it and enslave humans abroad.
Wow.
So X5 Tycoon, cybernetic being created by the race Matra, harvester of species. These are the people they send in order for them to get the job done, in order to avoid getting picked out, right?
So they're kind of like cyborgs.
They are cyborgs, but they're made out of this special special material.
DNA?
They only made 300 of them.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's from what the documentation reads. Interesting species. I modeled this species off of the bees, like the
gotcha. The hive
mind setup, because I just thought it looked cool. And
It
at that point I was really thinking about Bumblebee from Transformers. And I figured, how would I create an evil version of this? Evil cooler version. Yeah, I want to just address that. But yeah, I think this overall, this is one badass species. The other cool thing about it is that they get sent to places of high security because the Matra would not risk putting themselves in danger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
they're like the patsies.
Yeah, so by the way, they're very intelligent. They can do pretty much anything outside of procreation.
Okay.
They cannot procreate, but they can do everything else.
So they're like David on Aliens, right? David? It's David.
Yeah.
The android, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So really cool species. So what do you got?
This is what I got from the X5 Haikut. It says this race was created by the race Matra in order to be used as slaves, and that is still what they serve for. Oh. They are often sent by the Mitra to security sensitive regions, working as messengers and also to conduct abductions. Wow.
Interesting.
They can live forever and they are not organic. However, the raw materials that the Mitra need to build one are very rare. So
kind of like me.
there are not many of them, estimated less than 300. Wow.
See, I'm even more rare. There's only one of me.
You are rare.
Yeah.
You're a piece of art.
There you go.
They are able to use rational thinking as well as flying chips and many other tasks. Last seen on Earth in July 1997 near Brisbane, Australia. Again.
When I pick these things out, I know how to pick them.
Right.
You got to stick to a theme here. But yeah, so very interesting species. I think that if you're as smart as the Matra is, because they're very intelligent and they're a superior species, this would be the right thing to do.
Isn't that sounds like it doesn't, this story right here they're saying about that race doesn't resemble a little bit of the Anunnaki thing?
Yeah.
When they created the new species to hunt for gold, you know what I mean?
Right. But these are harvesters of something else and not gold. It's humans. But yeah, pretty cool, right?
It's cool. Very cool.
So with that being said, I think it's time to turn over to the AI video.
Yeah, let's see it, guys. Hit it.
X5 Taikut. This race was created by the Matra to be utilized as slaves and harbingers of death. They also serve as a messenger in areas that require high security. They can live for an eternity as they are cybernetic. With this being said, the materials utilized are special, and only 300 of them have been created. This species can think rationally and perform all alien-like functions or tasks outside of procreation. They are considered a warning sign to upcoming events wherever they show up. X5 was last seen on Earth in July 1997 in Brisbane, Australia.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, X5 Taikut. And now we're going to jump over to the next one.
The next alien race.
Tazani.
Is
Not to be confused with the water Dasani.
that's
But Tazani,
let me guess. They're from
they're
Australia?
not, no, they're not from Australia.
Tanzania.
Uh,
de otros, man.
So here's what we know about them, and this is a very interesting species. They're from the constellation Perseus, right? I believe the planet is called Gorgonia or something like that. And I could be wrong because I might be mixing something up. But they're responsible. Their job is Gorgonia. Yep.
Their planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gorgonia, right? They're responsible for catastrophes in Earth and in deaths that happen in mass,
Wow.
right? So
like tsunamis and
yeah,
stuff
so
like that.
tsunamis, supposed meteor strikes, volcanoes. They're the people that create these things because they study the reaction of
Okay.
humans responding to these kind of situations.
Oh wow.
So very interesting species. All other alien species avoid this species.
Oh wow.
So
So they're from the Mitra.
no, they're not.
No. Oh
No,
wow.
they're not. They're not part of the Council of Five. And they're not from the Matra. They're highly advanced.
So they're like a free agent.
Yeah, pretty much. They're just picking the side that is convenient to them.
Wow.
But again, nobody wants to align themselves with them because they're just too bad.
I guess they fear them. That's good.
Yeah. So what do you got?
This is what I got for the Tanzani alien race. It says that they come from constellation Perseus near the star of Gorgonia Secunda. They have caused thousands, maybe millions of deaths on Earth and other planets as one of their interests or are a study. Is how other races react to tragic and cataclysms. What you said earlier. Technologically, they are extremely advanced. One alien race reported that the Tanzani caused both the crashing of the Hindenburg as well as the sinking of the Titanic. Wow. They live up to 500 years and are around 1.7 meters tall, like 5 feet. They're kind of like me. They are avoided by other alien races. Last sighting in January 1999 in New York State.
And there you have it.
Well, I'm 5'4.5". Okay,
So you're already told.
let me clarify that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we have the hellhound. They're screaming for no reason. So if you hear them, we apologize. But yeah, I think this is an interesting species. It's always like it's not cool to talk about catastrophe and massive loss, but it's interesting to see the idea that comes from like what if a species is responsible for it, right?
Yeah.
So this is what intrigued me about it. Not to say that it's a good thing, but I thought it was pretty cool. So I think we're pretty much square with this, and I like it. So I'm gonna go to the AI video. There's not much to say outside of like, I just think it's awesome.
It is. It's if everybody are afraid of them, the other alien races, that means they're tough.
They're the real
tough.
deal.
Yeah.
I would like to see them go up against Spianzi.
The Spianzi.
Yeah.
Or the ones in the mall of Miami, right?
Yeah, that's possible. But yeah. All right. So without further ado, Tizani AI video.
There you go. Hey, Chris Rock.
Tazini, from the constellation Perseus near the star Gorgonia. This species is a dangerous one. They are responsible for thousands and perhaps even millions of deaths and casualties. Their area of study is how races react to tragedies and cataclysms. They are extremely technologically advanced and emotionless. Rumor has it that this race is responsible for the sinking of the Titanic and the Hindenburg crash. The Tanzani have a lifespan of over 500 years. They are avoided by all aliens and are highly recommended to be avoided by humans. The Tanzani was last seen in January 1999 on New York State.
All right. So that concludes our In Search of Aliens segment.
Oh, yeah.
I miss El Manuk. It was like this. It was like,
El Manuk.
so now it's time to go to our favorite part.
Which one?
Paranormal.
Oh, a lot of people like the paranormal section.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So I think that we should just jump right on in and talk about what we do.
Bring it on.
All right. All right, folks, we are in our paranormal segment. And basically, what we do is we look at anything that's abnormal, paranormal, deals with cryptids, aliens, or anything outside of the norm. And we review the videos that we find in the interwebs, i.e., for example, TikTok, Instagram, Kick, whatever we find it, we post it, we give credit to those who do it, and share it, and we just share our opinions on it.
And remember that paranormal is something that is not normal, is abnormal or abnormal or not normal. Remember.
Yeah. So why don't you swing that in español?
Recuerden que paranormal es algo que es fuera de lo normal, abnormal o no normal. Recuerden que puede llamarnos al 904-803-7327. Repito, 904-803-7327. Pueden llamarnos y contarnos alguna historia que haya tenido sobrenatural o paranormal o algo extraño que le haya pasado o que haya visto. Nos puede llamar al 904-803-7327. Recuerden, Oso, hablamos de un breve resumen de lo que hablamos. Hablamos de los dos cryptids, que uno era de Corea y otro era de Australia. Hablamos de dos razas alienígenas, la Tanzani y la otra era la X5, exacto. Son los que han visto el programa anteriormente, pues son dos razas alienígenas diferentes. Es sobre un tema de un libro que dice todas las razas alienígenas y de que hay dos razas mayores que son las que están en guerra, que la enemiga es la raza Mitra, cual tiene muchas otras razas más junto con ellos. Y los otros es el Council of Five, que esos son los buenos.
All right, so let's go with our first video.
Vamos para allá.
That's crazy.
It is.
So why I put that video out, because lately there's been a lot of talk on TikTok about the Appalachian Mountains and trail, and how people out there that live out there live a specific lifestyle, and that lifestyle is very secluded, and like they make sure they're home at a certain time. They make sure that they don't open the doors. They're keen on evil entities being in those areas and things like that. And that was what appears to be some eyes appearing, looking at the car.
Wow.
Right now, we don't know if that could be a form of mountain tiger or something, but it looked pretty creepy.
You know, I was at a store, and a guy told me about it. I was talking about the podcast and all that. And he was, you should go to the Appalachian Mountain. I was like, really? And he started talking about stuff.
Yeah,
like
so a lot of stuff. Kudos to my daughter Ivy. She was the one who told me, like, you should post something on it. Maybe make it like a really in-depth discussion piece. But I thought that one was interesting.
I guess we had to do like dig deeper on the Appalachian
a deep
Mountains.
dive. Yeah. Or maybe a trip.
Oh.
The next clip was
video
filmed by
two.
paranormal investigation team RC Fun TV. In this episode, they are visiting an old abandoned farm home that is said to be haunted by a woman who can be seen lurking around the building. In the top right corner of the window, a strange white face is peeking out at the ghost hunters. Could this be the same spirit of the woman that is said to haunt the house? After spotting the face, the group jumps down off the roof in fear, and understandably so.
All right. So video 2 was from King Frostmare. Let me just go to video 1 real quick. The first video was from @CuriousChills. The one from King Frostmare, by the way, he has an amazing YouTube channel where he has tons of ghost paranormal videos and stuff that he sends out and reviews himself. So check out King Frostmare. @Curious.Chills also has a channel, but for going back to King Frostmare's first video, it looks like a group of men were doing some kind of work, and they went on top of what seems to be awning, and there was a window there, and something appeared before them. I was laughing because the response of the guy, like he's looking at it face to face. He's like, "Oh, I'm screwed." You just see him bolt out to the side. Yeah, that's a very interesting video.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the scariest one I've ever seen.
I would be scared too. I mean,
I don't think scared would be the word. I probably would have fell off the whole damn thing. But yeah, I thought it was interesting, and I think these are common things that happen in those foreign countries, right? They're doing their stuff day to day, and things just appear, and they go crazy, and they're running out. And I've seen a couple of videos like that, so it's pretty interesting.
I think because they're in the woods. I don't know.
Something about the woods, right?
Right?
Maybe the energy is different.
Could be. Well, sometimes when you're in the woods, have you ever feel like you're being watched?
All the time.
Right? So
All the time.
maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's go to video 3.
Yeah.
As if things ain't fucked up enough, look at this motherfucker right here. Look at him in Peru. They got him on camera.
Yo, what the actual fuck?
That there is an alien.
Mr. 76 signing out.
As if things ain't fucked up enough, look at this motherfucker right here. Look at him in Peru. They got him on camera.
Yo, what the actual fuck?
That there is an alien.
Mr. 76 signing out.
So that was from @197766 TikTok channel. That was very interesting. It looks like some camera in Peru caught what appeared to be like an alien creature there. Those are becoming more and more prevalent in today's time.
Are you sure that was not Patrick from SpongeBob?
It could have been.
It's kind of pink. Right?
It's kind of pinkish. Yeah. It could have been, but it wasn't in the water.
That's crazy, man. Imagine seeing something like that in the middle of the night.
Oh,
I don't know if I would get froze or I was just like start running or screaming. I don't know.
I don't know. That's crazy, right?
I cannot think about it. Are you gonna froze, scream, or run? I think that's your only option.
Yeah. I mean, either that or you can.
Yeah, that's another
you
one.
can rip one,
Right?
So that concludes our paranormal segment. Like I said, it's not always pretty. It's not always scary. Sometimes it's just things we find and we just share. And, some of it is light. Some of it is very intense, like the ones we did with demonic possession, right?
Oh, yeah. Those
you can't always bring
strong.
those things to the table because sometimes you want to try different things. And I thought those were pretty decent.
Yeah.
So now we're at the tail end, the final piece of the puzzle. And that's our creepy segment. And this one, we're going to do a little different. We're going to make it a discussion piece because this has been trending a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I know people don't want to talk about it somewhat, but we don't care.
Listen, guys, if I after talking about this, you don't see me again, I mean, I just want to let you know that I love you all, But right now we're gonna talk something that happened in Miami,
Yeah.
So maybe Chris Ross knows something.
Yeah.
He's in that area,
All right, so let's go to it. Creepy segment. All right, so here we are. Creepy stuff. Bayside aliens.
Oh yeah.
So several months ago, right?
Yeah.
We had a situation where it appears that all of the Bayside Mall was running rampant in panic and fear due to reported accounts of aliens being visible in the mall. Right. A gentleman by the name of Fitz became kind of like the main center of attention because
supposedly he has footage.
He recorded footage and stuff like that. And there's a lot of this stuff going on TikTok. But the latest events were that there were some political discussions about the gentleman and having information that should have been classified, and then you have people saying that this stuff is just made up, and then you have like different accounts, right? So what I did was I took a whole bunch of TikTok videos and I put them in sequence to see what your thoughts are.
My thoughts are clear on this.
Yeah, but watch the video first.
No, but you know.
So let's watch the video first and then see what we think.
Good evening, America. Tonight, we address a story that has been clouded in secrecy. We've attempted multiple times to bring you details about an ongoing federal investigation involving a New York resident named Fitz. However, the Pentagon and the Department of Homeland Security have denied us permission to report in full. What we can confirm is that Fitz was present at the Bayside Marketplace on January 1st, where he allegedly witnessed something classified. He captured footage of the event, and that footage, we are told, is of critical importance. As a result, he's missing, his whereabouts unknown, following weeks of surveillance and federal interest. The government has refused to release any further information, and we are being warned not to press deeper. But the American people have the right to know why a citizen, an ordinary witness, has disappeared. What is the government hiding? We will continue to push for answers despite the barriers we face. This is about more than one man. It's about transparency and accountability. Thank you for joining us. We will keep you informed as this story develops.
All right, so that first video is like somebody created a promo reel about the news and about this gentleman named Fitz who documented and reported the viewing of the aliens at Bayside, and then apparently he disappeared. Yeah, right? Apparently, right? So again, we have to make the allegation that this is not real, only because we weren't there. Number one. Number two, we don't know if the information that we are gathering is doctored, in other words, falsified. But makes for an interesting case. So all of Bayside went into a panic, went into a tear, and then you had this.
This is absolutely the best witness testimony coming forward from the Miami, Florida alien incident surrounding Bayside Market. His name is Fitz, and what he has to say is astounding. Take a look at this video, listen to what he has to say, tell me what you think. No.
My sister and my nephew, we were looking for shoes for my nephew. And then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store, just running out in a direction. So, you know, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, you know, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and you know, we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about like a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blankie, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3, 9, 10-foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us.
So that's segment of Fitz actually discussing what he encountered and what happened. That led to other imagery that we found, and what you're seeing here is Miami skyline footage of when that took place.
Come out, as I have right here at Bayside. There's like
So what do you think about that?
You're going to tell me that all that police that was activated, you know, all those resources were activated for nothing?
So from what I understood, there was fireworks being launched and people were
Yeah, but that's the cover story then.
yeah. So let's go to the fourth video. So that one was a video of like a portal appearing on the screen. But this one I liked.
My guy's phone. Yo, are you seeing this? Yo, holy shit. Dude.
So that one kind of displays some kind of video footage. Now this could be, again, we don't know if it's real or not. It could be doctored. However, it makes for an interesting case only because these videos have been circulating.
Yeah.
And then we have this one.
And the closer that you got to the aliens, you notice what?
They were changing shapes. Like, it looked like they were glitching in and out of this reality, but when you look closer at some of the footage, they were also changing shapes. It was crazy.
All right. So last but not least, we have the most interesting one, which kind of what makes me sway left or right is what was being aired, which is the following.
The individual named Fitz, my testimony will touch on this matter, and I've been asked to approach with extreme caution. The incident at the Bayside Marketplace in Miami on January 1st is currently classified, and I've been instructed to refrain from divulging certain details due to the ongoing nature of the investigation. However, in the interest of transparency, I will provide what little information I am authorized to share. A New York resident we will be referring to as Fitz was indeed present at the Bayside Marketplace on the night of the incident. The DOD has confirmed that Fitz may have witnessed something classified. Reports indicate that this individual captured footage of the event in question, footage that, as of now, remains classified and has not been retrieved by the federal government. This footage, if revealed, could have profound implications, not only for national security, but for how we understand these events. The American people are not aware, but due to government protocols, we have never had a situation where a civilian has had footage of this kind in their possession and has not been retrieved by the Department of Homeland Security. In past incidents, our procedures would normally resolve situations like this in a rapid time frame. There is a first time for everything. Now, as I'm sure you understand, I must emphasize that Fitz has been deemed an enemy of the state. This designation stems not from any malicious action on his part, but due to the sensitive nature of what he witnessed and the material he is believed to possess. Let me be clear. Fitz is not the only person of interest in this matter, but his involvement has made him a focus of ongoing. Our procedures would normally resolve situations. I would strongly advise everyone in this room, there is a first time and beyond. Now, as I'm sure you exercise caution, I must emphasize the questions they ask and the assumptions they make. This is an active investigation, and any attempt to push for classified details could not only jeopardize the integrity of the case, but also risk exposing highly sensitive information that our government is working diligently to control. We are treading on dangerous ground here. The Bayside incident, like the Nimitz encounter, touches on matters far beyond what we're ready to discuss publicly. And while I understand the desire for transparency, there are certain things we simply cannot divulge at this time. The safety of our citizens and the stability of our national security depend on our discretion. That is all.
So
that was very, very interesting.
So if it was fake, then it would just die there.
Exactly.
But when you have people in politics,
In Congress.
in Congress talking about this, it kind of throws a curveball into things. Now,
a very big curveball.
why would a person who has a footage of something that hundreds of people saw that day or thousands be an enemy of the state?
That's what it doesn't make sense, because also there were some kids doing fireworks. You mobilize the entire police force, like it was like a military people, like a lot. So it was hundreds of police officers.
And you have background in this, so you can speak onto this.
So you mobilize everybody just for fireworks in the mall. Doesn't make any sense. Then the person disappear, right?
Right.
Then you're looking everywhere for that person because he has footage of what happened. And now Congress is talking about pretty much acknowledging, because that's what they're doing, acknowledging, that something happened that day and something is linked to aliens.
So recently there's a video that came out of Fitz making an appearance saying that he did it as like for a movie project and that it was fake. Now, my problem with that is this is after the fact that Congress came and did this.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, because
if this is real, allegedly. So I don't know how much of that is real. However, it just with the whole first report of the USO. Was it USO?
UAPs?
UAP, sorry. With the UAPs confirmed by military.
By the military, yeah. They
showing you footage of this stuff. And then you have this,
and also before the Miami situation was the Vegas situation, right, when the pretty much the FBI went and take the family videos, tapes and stuff.
Right.
Like, okay, if it's not true, why is the FBI knocking on my door trying to get some footage from my personal cameras? You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense at all. You know what I mean?
And it's just an interesting case and a documented one at that. That people want to shut down and put a lid on, because it stirs up different kind of thought process, right?
Completely crazy.
But all in all, it's for you to decide. We just discussed the unknown. You discover your truth.
Yeah.
And that's what we are all about. I think this makes for a great case on, extraterrestrial life somewhere else, probably paying us a visit. I believe that this is all due to CERN. Because around the same time that happened, the Hadron Collider was in use. This could have
opened a portal,
emitted something that could have, presented that.
Something happened. Yeah.
But again, these are all just conspiracy and thoughts and alleged stuff. So again, you take it as you see fit. We just wanted to present it and make a case for it. I just thought it was very insightful.
Yeah.
So yeah. I hope you enjoyed all the stuff we collected as far as information. Now, you think it's real?
I think it's real. And shout out to Jamile Gonzalez.
Hey,
She's
Jamile.
watching. Hi in the chat. And remember, we bring you the stuff, and you get to your own conclusions.
Yep.
My thought in this situation is that I think something happened that day that they're not telling us what it was, and it was not fireworks. That I'm sure.
Right. I kind of lean towards the same way.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're trying to cover up something. Same thing with the Vegas situation. That in that case they described the alien being like 8 feet tall or something like that.
Yeah.
Big eyes,
and there's tons of videos on this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And also you got the Calacatas over there in South America. In the jungle, so there's a lot of weird things going on here, and meanwhile they have us focused on politics and other stuff, war and etc.
Or it could be smoke screen, right?
Yeah,
they'll draw your attention to one thing so that they can focus on and do another. So this is all part of the whole media thing. There's another conspiracy, right? That the media feeds you what you need to distract you, right? Yeah. So again, you take it as you see fit. I just thought it makes a great case, and you thought so too. So
I think today we kind of share the same opinions.
Yeah.
It was a great program. I think the stuff that we presented, we kind of share the same opinion on the stuff. But I like it.
Yeah. So this concludes our show.
Yeah.
I think it's time for you to sing that song.
Never say goodbye.
Man, bro.
You and me are more than friends.
You got to work on that high note.
Yeah. Listen, guys, shout out to everybody that was listening to us on Facebook. Remember that you always go to the YouTube link. That way you can join the YouTube channel, subscribe, and like. And also, behind this green screen, you're missing a lot of the program. Remember. And don't forget, you can always call us to 904-803-7327 if you have a paranormal experience that you want to share with us. Or just give a shout out or happy birthday to somebody. Hey, we're here for that,
Yeah, we could use our voice and,
Happy birthday to you.
There you go.
But yeah, with that.
Let me say it in Spanish real quick. Saludos a todos los que están en Facebook. Recuerden que pueden brincar al link del canal de YouTube para que le den like, se suscriban al canal. Detrás de nosotros ven una pantalla verde en Facebook, pero en YouTube van a ver videos y un montón de cosas, que todo lo que presentamos en el programa. Recuerda que siempre nos puedes llamar al 904-803-7327 para participar en el programa, mandarle un saludo a alguien, happy birthday, lo que sea. Y recuerden que contamos con su apoyo, se les agradece mucho, de verdad que sí. Si van al canal de YouTube pueden ir a nuestra store, donde pueden conseguir estas hermosas tazas de nosotros, gorra, café, de todo un poco. A media, la bruja del caño, allá Isabela, esta camisa del chupacabra. Todas esas cositas chéveres, la que tiene él ahí del Mapping Wari. Y gracias por el apoyo, mi gente. Así que los dejo ahora con Mr. J Rock.
All right, guys. So it's been a great episode, and we just want to say thank you. Just a friendly reminder, we will not be on our regular schedule next week. We'll be off. We'll be there the following week, proceeding with episode 5. So some things to note, we present these things not as a matter of fact. We just collect the information. We share it with you. We create renditions of what we feel would be the truest form of that cryptid or alien. We present it for you to decide what you think your fact is. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. We do not dare you to venture out and do anything that could put you in harm's way or harm others. More importantly, it's a good way to just create conversation about the things that people find interesting, the mythical, the imaginative, things that are considered folklore. And we just appreciate that you participate and join with us and share these amazing moments, right? I think it's the proper term. And just so you know that there's a space for it, a safe space for it, where we could just chat and explore these things, without, being that guy that wears the tinfoil hat.
There you go.
And runs down the street.
I always want to make one, and I keep forgetting.
We'll make one. We'll buy a case of aluminum foil and we'll go ahead and chip away at it.
I just want to give a shout out to people in the chat. We got Hector Chavez, saludo.
Hector.
Yeah, Edwin Ibanez is real. There you go. We got Hector Chavez, the best podcast.
Yeah.
Hector Chavez, Aldina en la casa. What up? There you go.
All right. So it's been a great episode. I think we nailed a lot of the stuff that we wanted to nail. Yeah. And more importantly, we just want to say thanks to you, the viewers. We're 5 away from 600 subs.
Yeah, we're in 600 already. That's gonna be like tomorrow.
Okay, so yes. But we have to say thank you, and then we'll prepare a new AI video.
There you go.
Probably figure out what else we can make the AI do. But we hope you find what we do enjoying. And we're going to continue to put our very best effort to make sure that Frankie can sing to us every Sunday night.
I'm going to try to sing
Never Say Goodbye.
Let me shout out the people here in Facebook real quick before we go. We got Chelsea Emma Acevedo Arroyo, shout out Noel Castro, Almen Torre, Mirja Barbosa, Chris Ross. We got Yamile González. Saludos a todos. Gracias por el apoyo. Así que, shout out.
So we applaud you. Thank you so much for your time. And we are done with the show. So with that, we're going to roll the credits for the outro and mute ourselves. And then we're going to play the video. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Take care, guys.
This show is produced by J Rock and Frank Walls. Audio and music by Alex Otero. Art and design by Corrales Otero. See you next week, and remember, the truth is out there.
Never say goodbye. You and me are more than friends.